Hello and a very warm welcome to the preview of the final test match that is being played between India and England in Edgbaston. That's right, England have won the toss. They have opted to field first. But since the series last summer, so much has changed, not just with Indian cricket, but with English cricket as well. India have a new captain, they've got a new coach. They, at the moment, have a new stand-in captain in Jasprit Bumrah. And similarly, for England, not only have they adopted a new brand of cricket, an attacking brand of cricket, they also have a new captain, a new coach, lots to look forward to. But this is the decider of the series that India already lead 2-1. I have with me former India cricketer Ashok Malhotra joining me here. My colleague Nikhil Narayan is with me as well. Let's just then look ahead to this. A lot of interesting conversations, Ashok sir, we've been having around the team makeup. We've talked about who's going to be the opener in the absence of KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma. Now we've got the team, and in the team it's clear that Cheteshwar Pujara is going to open with Shubman Gill. For all of you who are joining us right now, let me also just take you through the team before we have this conversation. Jasprit Bumrah, like we said, the captain. Shubman Gill, Cheteshwar Pujara, Hanuma Vihari, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja. No Ravi Chandran Ashwins, so Shardul Thakur, who they stuck with last summer as well, Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj. That is the Indian team. How do you look at this team? Do you feel that this was the best team possible and that Cheteshwar Pujara opening is the right way? Sir?
I would think so, Mehabe, because the thing is, Mayank Agarwal is a little bit off color. I was commentating during the domestic cricket also. He is very short of confidence. And Cheteshwar Pujara, we all know what he has done in county cricket, how well he is batted. And he has opened the innings before. I know he's still a makeshift opener, but for me, he's a brave man, I must say, because he's trying to stage a comeback and as an opener. And he's done it before also. He did it in Sri Lanka when he was almost out of the side and then he was made to open and scored 100. So it might be history might repeat itself. But the fact is, we have a weak team. If I will say, if we have a second string team with both KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma, who were batting magnificently in the series when it was happening, are not on the side. So definitely it's going to be a very, very big blow for the Indian side.
It is, and we'll get into the details of how much of an impact will that make, given that KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma were your most prolific scorers last summer. But Nikhil, just looking at this Indian team and the way England are playing at the moment, yes, India are leading this series 2-1, but so much has changed since last summer for both the teams. India with a new coach, new captain, England similarly, who've now got this new spirit of baseball cricket. So this is going to be interesting.
Absolutely, Maya. Everything has changed since the Oval 2021. India have a new captain, India have a new coach, England have a new captain, England have a new coach, England have a new philosophy. And I think India and Rahul Dravid, underplayed England's new all-out attack policy. But I think India need to be careful because England are going to go all out in this test match. Remember, England will risk to win at the cost of losing. They did that in the 3 test matches, and that is how they're going to play this match. For them, 1-3 doesn't matter. So they are desperate to make it 2-all. So India cannot play for a draw. If India played for a draw, they will, end up losing this test match if, weather permitting. So India also has to be positive. They don't need to go helter-skelter like England, but they need to be positive and also play for a win. Also, I'm a little disappointed by the selection. I know India took a 2-1 lead with the same team, almost the same team, but I would have played Ashwin over Shardul Thakur. You need to play your best spinner. He's one of the greatest spinners of all time. Shardul Thakur did well, yes, but Ashwin is absolutely a transformed bowler in Sena country since 2018. He's become a wicket-taking option. His best figures are in Birmingham. Remember, Jack Leach took 10 wickets in this, and wickets in England are sort of assisting spin this summer. They are a little more placid. They are, I'm a little disappointed. India is not playing Ashwin, their best spinner, in place of Shardul Thakur.
Okay, Santosh Suri, cricket writer and analyst, also joins us from Birmingham. He can give us exactly as to how the pitch is going to behave? What is he hearing from the players as well? How are they looking at this? Santosh sir, are Ashwin not being in this squad, given that what we've seen, the way England played against New Zealand and Jack Leach got a lot of wickets? These are flatter pitches than what we saw last summer. Was that the correct decision, do you think?
I think that was the biggest dilemma that the selectors and the team management had. But I think what has been the factor that has decided in keeping Ashwin out is the weather over the next 3 days. There is a rain predicted over the weekend. So first 3 days there is going to be tremendous amount of rain that may influence. Plus the weather in Birmingham is very cool and there is a nice cool breeze. The weather is just, the temperature is just 14 degrees. So if you consider that, there was a big dilemma whether Ashwin should play or not. But as of now, probably they are influenced by the weather. The pitch looked brown, so I think they could have tried Ashwin at the cost of Shardul Thakur, I think. And that would have been, I think the match is not of just 2.5, 3 day innings. It is of 4th innings. So what England got later in the match, the two spinners could have done on this pitch is going to haunt us probably by not including Ashwin. So it was a Hobson's choice for Indian team management whether to bring in Ashwin or to play Shardul. So probably this morning there was a light shower and there is overcast. And so probably that has influenced them from not including Ashwin.
Okay, let's get Ashok sir's view on this as well, sir. Ashwin or Shardul Thakur, who would you have gone for?
I see what we have heard about it. I'm not there, Santosh is there. But the fact is, if it is dry, it's supposed to be, the wickets are much drier now and might help the spinners. And now, with England winning the toss, putting India in, maybe the 4th inning, it might have made the difference. And not to forget, they have got few left-handers in their ranks. And somehow, I don't know why, Indian management has always underrated Ashwin, despite of his brilliant track record. He's a greatest off spinner we have. We talk about Harbhajan, but he's a mile and streets ahead of Harbhajan at the kind of matches he's won for us. And I'm amazed at why he's not preferred. And not to forget, he has got 400-500s in Test cricket too. So he can be a genuine all-rounder, and he might have been more than handful for English batters if the ball would have turned. Like Santosh said, it's overcast condition, chances of a rain, but it's a different ball game. And even if it is an overcast condition, but if there is no grass on the wicket, if the ball is not going to move, I'm sure it is not going to reverse in it. So I think it might have been a great idea to have Ashwin, maybe in place of maybe Siraj or Shardul, because Shardul, we can't underrate his batting, his all-round ability. He always delivers whenever he plays. So I would not say you chuck Shardul out, or you can give a break to even Siraj. But the fact is, Ashwin should have been in the side at the expense of Siraj or Shardul. I would not know. But the fact is, Ashwin should have been there, and they might regret it.
Okay, Ashwin should have been there and they might regret it. But what about the number 3 position, Santosh sir, in the press box? What is the conversation around that? You've been attending all the press conferences, Rahul Dravid's, Jasprit Bumrah's. What is the sense that you're getting with this team when it comes to their batting? Because now a lot of talk is around how England are approaching their cricket and that the momentum is with England going into this test match. The timing for England couldn't have been better. So what is the Indian camp saying about that, about how well England have been playing their cricket?
See, our new captain, Bumrah, yesterday categorically said that they are not staying up on the strengths of the English team. What they are going to focus is on their own performance. He says that if we perform well, whatever be the strength of England team and whatever aggressive approach they adopt, if we tick all our boxes and plan according to it, we should not have any problem. So that has been one factor. The other factor is that India will, of course, with 4 fast bowlers, do you think that they'll think that ultimately in the match that they are one spinner short. So that question was always asked. But what our new captain said that we are not going to reveal anything. Okay. So last night they didn't reveal anything, nor they discussed any plan or strategy. They kept their cards to their chest, and they said that when the moment comes, you will know what our plan is. So according to them, probably this is what has happened. So ultimately what Bumrah is saying is, and even Dravid, that we'll focus on our game and not worry about what England is going to do.
Okay, Jasprit Bumrah as the captain. Ashok sir, your thoughts?
See, what I say is, I'm thinking is, it is Rahul Dravid talking. Jasprit Bumrah, I know his words have been put in his mouth. He's been talking about, he's been told to speak. You know, it's politically correct kind of a thing. But I think we are on the defensive. When you have Cheteshwar Pujara opening the innings and having Harma Vihari at number 3. So I'm expecting India at lunchtime 40 for 1, you know, or 50 for 1, because both of them are defensive players. So on one side, we've got an over-aggressive team like England. On the other side, we've got a defensive 3 top batters. You know, I would have preferred maybe Shreyas Iyer batting at number 3. You know, because you want to take the fight to the opposition. You can't be in the shell, because if Cheteshwar Pujara and Harma Vihari, both of them bat together, then the score will not move. And the moment one of them gets out, pressure comes back on the Indian team. So I don't know what is the thinking behind it. But I would not expect Cheteshwar and Harma Vihari to bat one after the other, because it will put pressure on the Indian side.
Okay. Yes, and that's where the spotlight falls on Virat Kohli. Nikhil, we've been talking about him, his lack of form, you know, since losing the captaincy. And also, India haven't had that consistent run in Test cricket since that series that India were leading in England. Keeping all of that in mind and the importance of Virat Kohli in this team in the absence of KL Rahul, in the absence of Rohit Sharma, the highest run scorer last summer, how important is it from here on? Virat Kohli needs to score runs for India to win this Test match.
Absolutely. You know, Virat Kohli doesn't have an international 100 now, you know, since that Bangladesh 100 against at the Eden Gardens. And now with Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul not there in the 11, your two best batsmen in Test cricket in the last couple of years, your two best batsmen in England last summer. The onus is on Pujara and Kohli both. Kohli has to step up. In fact, you know, I would have gone ahead and made Virat Kohli the captain, but such things cannot happen in Indian cricket. You know, it would have been a fitting end to the 2-1 lead he gave India last year. But a lot of pressure now on Virat Kohli, and somehow I believe that Virat Kohli will step onto the plate. He is the senior most batsman now. With Rohit Sharma not being there, KL Rahul not being there, Virat Kohli has to score. Otherwise, India are in big trouble against this rejuvenated England 11 player.
Okay, we'll also talk about this English team now. We talk about the 3 Js, the threat from 3 Js for India. Santosh sir, Johnny Bairstow, he's been in tremendous form. What has he been doing? It's incredible the difference that we see in Johnny Bairstow. I mean, the one match, 56 for 3 in Nottingham, 136. He goes on to score. England wins that game, 162 at Leeds from 17 for 3. He's striking at 120. Last summer, Johnny Bairstow was striking at 48. We're seeing a huge difference in the way England are approaching their cricket, and the threat of Johnny Bairstow is real in this Test match for this Indian team.
Absolutely. You saw just 12 months ago,
okay, looks like there's some...
No, I can talk now.
Yes, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah. See, in the last 12 years, so much has changed for both the sides. England, when India came last year, they were known as, English were known as the dull dogs. Now the dull dogs have become tigers now. So that's the whole change. It is the attitude that they have brought into with Brendon McCullum and all, going, approaching the game with aggressiveness. And that they have categorically said, whatever be the strength of Indian team, the bowlers, they are not going to discard their approaches of being attacking players. And that strategy will continue. Whether it pays off against the Indian pace attack, that we'll know over the next 4-5 days. But there is no doubt that the whole scenario, within 12 months, the whole scenario has changed. And we could never have thought that England, who were known to be, the traditional test side, who used to take the time and settle down and all, their approach has now totally gone on the opposite side. So India, when they may say that we will only look at our strategy, but down the line, they'll have to also see how to counter this attacking English batsmen, the 3 Js. Once they can get hold of these 3 Js and tame them, only then we can hope to win this match in conditions which are very favorable to the host team.
That's right. And look at that, what James Anderson did. And again, he's like fine wine, just aging more beautifully with every year. You think, wow, can he go on? And for how long can he go on? Well, he's been going on for some time now. But yes, the threat is real. And Cheteshwar Pujara and Shubman Gill in the middle, Stuart Broad with the new ball. Interesting to see how this will pan out over the next 5 days. But how much will we miss Rohit Sharma, Ashok sir, given that he really clearly was your best batsman since 2019?
Absolutely. We're going to miss both Rohit and KL, the way they batted in England. It was a revelation. The way they curved their natural instincts, batted defensively, showed that they can play defensively also. It was amazing to see both Rohit and KL, the way they batted. But the thing is, they're going to be this. Because in England, if you don't get off to a good start, the middle order tends. And then you got Hanuman Vihari. He's a good batter, but he's again a defensive batter. And on the other side, Nikhil was saying about Virat Kohli, he should have captained. But let me tell Nikhil that Virat as captaincy is now a persona non grata. He's not wanted anymore by the BCCI or the management or the selectors. and another thing is he's under tremendous pressure. I know he knows, he's always been reminded that 3 years you haven't got 100. But he's also under a lot of pressure to perform. So I know that when the going gets tough gets going, and he's one of the toughest characters. But the fact is, it will be baptism by fire for Virat Kohli. He has to come. It is do or die for him. Even if I may stick my neck out by saying that even his T20 place is on the line if he doesn't do well in this test match.
Absolutely. You're correct in saying that, sir, that, because you're looking at T20 World Cup and you're looking at most of the teams approaching it with this very aggressive way of batting, the brand of batting that we're seeing England with red ball cricket, they've been doing that in white ball cricket. So Virat Kohli in T20 format, that's also going to be a big question if he doesn't do well. An interesting thing for now selectors to look at. But yes, we'll get you all the latest from this test match, the grand finale, so to speak. I know it's it's taken a long time for us to get here to the 5th test match. It was very different last season when India were playing, and it is very different today with the personals having been changed, captains, coaches have been changed. But can India come good yet again? That's the big question. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. That's it then on this special goodbye. Thanks for watching.